And so, I mean, not that it's here or there, but basically any money that I made from Bat-Manga went back into buying the artwork, which for me, karmically, I thought was pretty good. And this is one of the splash pages, which is, you can see over there. And once I finally got this stuff, the truly remarkable thing to me, and you can't really tell here because of the way it's framed, and that's all right, it's framed beautifully. I'm not commenting on that. But these are basically all ripped from a pad, a wire pad of drawing paper. So if you could see the tops of these things, they've got that, you know, I mean, I thought I was going to get these stacks and stacks of illustration board. No, it's just paper, and they're all ruled out. They were blank. They were all ruled out by either him or assistants or something. So it was really quite amazing to see how, I don't even know what the word is. It's not primitive, but it wasn't what I was expecting. Because I'm used to seeing even original art from America at that time. They would print up these boards for the artists to use that had the standardized sizes and crop marks and all this kind of stuff. Not this. They're all just completely, each one done from scratch. Sometimes he hand-lettered in the dialogue. Other times he would have it typeset and then pasted in, and then with all kinds of instructions for the printer. And I was talking before about the red Batmobile in some of the other manifestations. These were drawn, of course, in black and white, and he obviously loved the design of the Batmobile from the TV show, and you very often see it like this, silhouetted in black, which looks really great. And they're speeding along often in the various stories. And so this is just a sequence from this, and compositionally there's some really interesting things going on. So they're, you know, riding down on patrol, and they're next to a river. So the reflection of the Batmobile upside down, the silhouette of it, is in the upper right panel. And then we go down to Robin, who is looking into the water and seeing something very troubling. And it's the reflection of two people fighting on a rooftop in the water. And that alone, just compositionally to me, is just tremendous. Then we go back, but then that forces us to look up. We're still in silhouette. They're struggling on the rooftop. Then we cut to, we can actually see them now. And one is a guy who is dressed in a scuba diving outfit, strangling this sort of professor-like character. Now, there is some kind of professor this or that in every of these stories, and in Eighth Man, the robot is created by the professor. So the professorial figure is always in these stories. Now, Batman, of course, acts immediately by launching his ejector seat to try and catch the professor who is falling, which he does just in time with the Batarang, and Robin is running over to help him. And so Batman helps him down. Meanwhile, this guy in the scuba suit on the roof of the building gets out his nasty-looking dagger and is going to stab him. And of course, Batman's immobilized because he's still holding onto the professor. But the sense of action and movement is really quite extraordinary. I don't know what the scuba guy is saying, but it doesn't really matter. Finally, Batman is freed up. Robin has the professor, and up he goes onto the roof, and they go at it. And Batman kicks the knife out of his hand, and 1 and 2 happens next is the guy in the diving mask sort of shakes it off, gets up, and dives over the side of the building. And it just goes on from there. And it's quite different to see the line work, the original line work, as opposed to how it was reprinted badly in the comic. And that's been the story of comics since the 40s, and it's less so, of course, now. But this was still in the 60s, and the craftsmanship is really quite amazing. You really should take a look at it, because this is the only time, for now, that we know of that this work is going to be displayed and able to be seen. I have a remarkably small apartment, so once this finally comes down, it'll all get deframed and put into a drawer. Now, you were saying you think you're going to... we're going to extend the exhibit through April. Through April, okay. So that's great. Tell your friends. This is the chance to see this work. Now, the other really cool thing that happened, besides getting the originals back, was I then got an email from a guy who was an art director working on a cartoon show called Batman Brave and the Bold. And he wanted to know if it was okay with me if they did a 15-minute animated sequence based on Bat-Manga featuring the Lord Deathman story. And I, immediately responded like, are you kidding me? I mean, is it okay with me? I want to see it now. Because, like I said, Eighth Man was a cartoon, and one of the questions I had sent to Kawada was, you did a cartoon of Eighth Man, which is amazing, by the way, and not readily commercially available. It's so, they had no money, so they instead relied on design ingenuity, and it's fantastic. And I just thought, well, I should ask if they tried to do a Batman and Robin cartoon way back when, and he said no, we didn't get that far. So anyway, the Brave and the Bold guys did an episode called Batman's Strangest Cases, in which Bat-Mite is looking, he's in the vaults and he's going to pull these different weird eras of Batman's life out, and one of them is Bat-Manga. Bat-Mite is voiced by Paul Rubens, otherwise known as Pee Wee Herman. And the one thing that I also found out is at the beginning, Bat-Mite is flipping through a Bat-Manga comic, and I don't know why, but for legal reasons, they had to redraw every page of that comic and alter it slightly so that it wasn't exactly the same one. They just had to. And he spent months doing this, and it flips through in about a half a second. So it's just something to think about. I think they did an incredible job. It's an absolute delight, and so...
You were saying that it's not commercially available yet.
No, but
so,
it
so
will...
you're going to notice the TV watermarks.
Right. In fact, I was amazed you were able to get this. They had sent me a copy of it, but without music or sound effects, so it's very odd. But this does have music and sound effects.
Yes, yeah. I know a guy who knows a guy who sits in the second row right now.
Ah, okay. So what do I press?
Spacebar.
Welcome again. To begin our little jaunt through the Bat multiverse, I suggest a stop in Japan. Hang on for an adventure in Bat-Manga.
Months. Firing it up.
return from the grave. But this time, will their most cunning adversary stay buried?
I'll bet this is the first time anyone has been buried twice in the same grave.
In any case, it's over now. There is no way even he could escape from the grave again. What's going on? Why is it suddenly so dark? Robin? Ugh! Lord Deathman!
Batman, you fool. Do you really think that I, Lord Deathman, can be stopped so easily? What you caught was merely the shadow of death, which can slip your fingers at any time. I've come back from the grave to destroy you.
Fool! Take that!
Bruce, you had the nightmare again, didn't you?
Yes, Dick. Another dream about Lord Deathman. They keep me up all night and make me tired all day.
And here I thought coming to Mr. Starr's party would be a nice diversion.
I'd rather sleep.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. This afternoon, for your entertainment, you will see a man literally buried alive, only to emerge from the ground an hour later, completely unharmed.
What?
Lower him. Now, cover him in dirt.
Bruce, it's been 60 minutes.
I know. He's certain to have run out of oxygen.
He's dead.
Wait. Don't rush to any conclusions. Look closer.
He's grinning.
He's alive.
Ha ha ha! As you see, I live. It's a secret yoga method.
Secret yoga method?
That's right. Using the ancient Hindu art of slow yoga breathing, one can appear to stop their breath and heartbeat. The appearance of death is quite convincing.
That's it. Come on, Dick. We're leaving.
Mr. Wayne, so soon?
Lord Deathman was using the same secret yoga method.
He made himself appear to be dead. Then his friends came and dug him up. He's gone!
Always one step ahead. Batman, I offer you this coffin as a gift. Lord Deathman.
Batman, I see you've uncovered my secret. However, this will be the last time we will meet.
Batman!
Batman has taken a lead bullet straight to the underworld.
Curse you, Lord Deathman!
It's time for Batman's funeral. Bury him. So, just playing dead, eh? Ah!
Wheel, Robin. Speed up and drive in circles, creating a centrifugal force.
You got
That finishes the goons.
I'm amazed at work.
Deathman!